Hey guys, Synchro here. Today I wanted to do an early game guide. It's a bit of an overlooked part of the game, but there's a lot of important decisions to be made in the early game. So I've got two different games here, bit of a different opener each time, and we'll look at the differences of them. Step one in your opener is, of course, what are you going to take on the carousel? You should have a plan. I like to try and go glove, bow, or sword, preferably sword or bow, depending on who the bow is on. I just like playing AD flex. If you like playing AP flex, that's fine. Just have a bit of a plan. So let's start it up. So generally try and get the bow or the sword. I see that everyone's going for the sword here, so I went back to the bow. It's on a Twitch too. Twitch likes bow items, so it's not horrible. Like I said, I like to play AD flex. I think there's a bit of a competition to say that bow might be better than sword actually, since so many late game 4 carries like bow, particularly with Aurelia getting nerfed soon. I was playing on a Smurf here, and the settings were a bit weird. This game's in about a gold elo, so definitely these players aren't as good as me. And they played the early game a bit passively. You'll see that I can get advantages early by just playing quite aggressively, leveling aggressively. Scouting here, I'm just trying to see what people's augments the mutant. Sorry, I'm trying to find a mutant to see what it is. As you can see, it's a good habit to get because if you do get offered the mutant spatula, you want to be able to know what it is, whether you want to take it or not. I'm never playing Ash. I don't really like Ash very much, so selling Ash there, so then I can have more options on my board. And then not great augments here. Hex techs aren't really in the meta right now, and there is a hex tech in your flex AD, but Phony Frontline is kind of the best option there. Keepers it's okay. Phony Frontline's quite good in the early game in particular. It lets you do things with positioning and stuff as well. So I of course buy the Alawi pair or turn the Alawi into an Alawi 2-star. And then I want the Twitch pair, obviously, and I kind of want this Ezreal pair too, so I'm hoping that I get money or from this. And then I was just checking everyone's augments. Always a good idea to look through everyone's augments, see if you see a bunch of Chemtech spats or Challenger spats, Mutant spats, like you know that people are going to try and force those comps. I do get the gold, which is nice, so I thought about keeping the Malzahar, but I really wanted the Ezreal pair, so it pays off because I just hit, as they say. And then here I'm obviously putting in my 3 upgraded units, and I've got a strong open here. We've got 3 upgraded units. We don't have any synergies, but that's not too big of a deal when you're, at least at the moment, later into the early game, but it'll matter more. But I end up leveling here to put in the Jarvan. Pretty much I just want a win streak. Going level 4 also lets me have better shop odds next turn. See, this guy's only level 3, so we're going to beat him quite convincingly. The Phony Frontline does absolutely nothing, but it doesn't really matter. And yeah, from here on, now that I've pre-leveled, I'm going to try and maintain my strength in the lobby. It's important that I keep trying to win streak so that I have enough gold at Krugs. Really, the goal from here is to try and get to Krugs with 100 HP and at least 20 gold. I buy the Singed here because we've got the Ezreal. I like the Innovator opener, lets you play AD Flex quite easily. And then I was contemplating whether Nocturne or Jarvan is better. I end up sticking with Nocturne, I think. Nocturne's pretty annoying early game. I feel like sometimes he'll just jump on my carry and just solo my carry, so that's why I went with the Nocturne. I was just scouting there, seeing how strong everyone is. Now I'm looking at maybe slamming a Shiv here, but when I see how weak this guy is, I don't need to, so I'm not going to, because Shiv is sort of locks me in. It doesn't lock me in, but it's not as flexible as some other items, some other AD items. So Luckily, I don't have to make it. This fight is actually a bit closer than I thought. I was a little bit worried, but then we get it done pretty easily in the end. Well, not pretty easily, but we get it done, and that's what matters. And I just buy the Caston because if you've got free gold, if you've got gold sitting there, why not? And then we hit again, so we're super strong. 4 upgraded units here. Again, we don't have any synergies, but you don't really need to when you've got 4 upgraded units. So I'm looking at, again, the people I could potentially verse here, and everyone's pretty weak. I don't think anyone can compete with me. So again, I'm probably not going to slam the Shiv. I'm thinking about it though. When the board starts, I'm paying attention immediately to what's spawning in. You can see I'm hovering the Shiv there, thinking about it. But again, this guy is super weak. He only has 1 upgraded unit. He has no items. Like he has a Shiv, Revivify, which isn't going to do anything. So again, I don't need to slam the items. I think this fight is also a lot closer than I thought. Or maybe not. Maybe it's a different one. There was a couple where I was like, oh, maybe I should have slammed my items. In the end, I didn't have to, of course. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pre-level, which means that after the carousel, I hit level 5, and I will immediately get level 5 shop odds, which means I have a high chance of seeing 2 costs, and I can see 3 costs, because you can't see any 3 costs when you're only level 4. So very important strategy. When you're win streaking here, I want to maintain the streak, and I'm not playing a reroll comp in my mind at this point. I'm playing a late game comp, some kind of flex comp. So getting more access to 3 costs earlier on is more important. In hindsight here, I should have just taken the center for it's 3 gold, and the belt I can just slam some fight to keep win streaking. But as you can see, I hit an Aurelia, which is pretty high roll. It's a filthy high roll this game, honestly. But I only hit it because I pre-leveled, that's why you pre-level. And now I have some synergies, which is nice. I got Scrap and Striker, so I'm super strong. Again, like they're not great items on my bench here for Aurelia. Titanic isn't too bad. Is that what it's called? The bow and the Titanic Resolve, yeah. But again, I don't have to make an item because they're so weak. That's why you can see before the round starts, I'm hovering the item because I'm thinking about it. But everyone in this lobby, it is a gold lobby, remember, so people are weaker. But this just shows how you can really just snowball a lobby out of control early. Particularly, obviously not every game you hit this, and I've got another example here where I don't just hit the world like this, but when you do hit, it's important that you take advantage of it to the fullest. So this is how you take advantage of it. You make sure you play aggressively. Again, I'm scouting. Scouting is super important when you're trying to maintain your streak. I'm trying to make sure that I beat everyone. I'm thinking about the items I could potentially make. I was kind of thinking, oh, maybe I could make Frozen Heart. Echo likes Frozen Heart, and he makes his way into Aurelia comps quite a bit. In the end, I was like, well, I'm so strong. Like, I don't even have to. I'm just going to grade it and see who I verse. This guy's level 5, so I was a little bit worried, but then I saw his units, and nothing's upgraded except for a Camille. I don't have to. Like, I'm going to beat this guy. So, yeah, I didn't have to slam any items, which is pretty crazy to go 5-0 without slamming items. And of course, I make 20 gold. So I mean, we're super strong from here. I came first this game. I think I came first with 100 HP this game. After Krugs, I went 3. We'll just fast forward and I'll show you what I do after Krugs. I go level 6 immediately from memory. Because again, I'm just trying to snowball the lobby out of control. Level 6 gives me higher access to 4 cost units as well. Let's see if I recall correctly. And like my items were a little unfortunate. I don't have like a clear slam. There's a couple things though. I can make Bramble and stuff, which are fine units. Yeah, I do go 6. For the clockwork, let's see how I end up going. Let's see if I make anything. I don't think I do. I think I graded for even longer because I was just so far ahead. I literally didn't have to make anything. Now, in a higher elo lobby, I would definitely have to make stuff because people are stronger. Let's just see what I ended up. I'm pretty sure I ended up 100 HP winning. Yeah, I did. So that's how you snowball a game out of control. Let's take a look at a different game though, because obviously you're not always going to hit like that. It's a little bit useless to just think that's always going to happen. So here's another one. Again, I like sword here, bow or glove, so I'm going for the sword. I get it. We'll just fast forward a little. So I've got a bow on the bench by the Javan pair. Pretty self-explanatory. Again, I'm looking for Cassidon. There he is. Mutant is cybernetics. Good habit. Always check your mutants early, because then you know whether you want to take it or not if you get offered it by the augment. Cybernetics is not too bad if you're playing Kha'Zix. It's not great for Malzahar. By the Singe, again, I just personally like Innovators early. It's interesting that I got offered Triforce here. I was confused why I got offered Triforce, because I don't have any 3 costs, because I thought they changed that, but I don't know, maybe they didn't. Phony Frontline again, Electrocharge is a little, I'm not a big fan of it. Phony Frontline did well last time, why don't we do it again? By the pair, pretty self-explanatory. Nocturne's a good early game unit. He also gives us Hex Tech, of course. We're not too fussed on that. Hex Tech is good early game trade, but kind of just waiting to see what I hit here to see if I hit any good items to find a little bit more direction. Obviously, I'm still thinking AD Flex at this stage. My items still lean towards that. Javan's got a sword on him, remember? But no pair, no 2 stars yet. Saint Illusion's not bad. I throw the center in to see where the Socialite Hex is. It's not in a great spot. It's all right. You know, Aurelia can use it. I don't love frontlining the Aurelia though. Sometimes she just gets stuck on like a mega tank. But you can see I'm not leveling to 4 because my board isn't strong enough. I mean, I would probably win, but I'm a bit worried that I'm not gonna be able to win streak the whole time. So I'd rather just play defensive opener, look to just econ unless something changes, unless I hit something. But while I'm this weak, I'll just play what I think is still my strongest board, but you know, I'm not putting any points into experience to get 4 units out there. I don't even kill 1 unit there, so that's a tough loss. A lot different to last game. I can't make a 10, so obviously I'm not selling anything. And I'm holding my pairs, and then I'm holding the 2 innovators. That's why I'm not buying Bodyguard or the Enchanter there. Still no pairs. Oh, no 2 costs. 2 stars, should I say. So nothing's really changed here. You could say, oh, you know, maybe put the Javan at the front in the Socialite Hex, I suppose. It would probably make me slightly stronger, although Javan doesn't do much damage. But now I've got a Corki, so I still think this is not super strong. I'm expecting to lose. But I was surprised by how hard that last guy beat me, so I've made my board slightly stronger to hopefully conserve HP. This guy's level 4 as well, so should be a loss again. We just want to kill as many units as we can. He's got that annoying Innovator revive thing, so that's annoying, but honestly, we might have won if he didn't, so. And now, of course, I sold everyone there to make 10, and I kept my Nocturne pair. Fairly straightforward. I'm playing a defensive opener, so I want to make econ. I'm not spending money on any units at this stage. And then I'm going to be level 4 here. Everyone in the lobby is going to be level 4. Morgana's a nice early game unit, so I pick her up. I think putting her in is slightly better than the Nocturne, but I can see an argument for the Nocturne as well. Now, preferably I want to keep losing from here. You know, I haven't I like carousel priority, um, and I don't have a cracked board or anything like that. Um, it's not too bad. Twin shots are quite strong in the early game, particularly if you can itemize. If you can find an item for them. Unfortunately, this dude that I verse is just really weak. In hindsight, maybe I should have positioned differently. Not utilize my phony front line so much because we win quite easily. And from here, it's a little bit of a predicament. I don't have enough XP here to go, enough gold to buy XP to go to level 5. It would cost me 8 gold, and I don't want to lose my econ from there. So I just buy a couple units. It's always good if you're above the gold threshold. Just buy the units. You never know if you hit them on. If you hit 2 of them in the next one, you might end up playing them. And if you end up selling them, it doesn't cost you anything. So I don't have too bad of a position here. I'm thinking, what do I want to play? Now that I'm winning, now that I've won, I really want to win the next 3 rounds. So I want to get a composite item that I can slam immediately. So I take the glove because I'm thinking I'm just going to slam the IE, and the IE is going to be good on a bunch of units. It's good on pretty much every 4-cost carry. Even if I get forced into playing AP, IE isn't too bad on them if they have a dual gauntlet as well. Some of them it's the best in slot depending on the setup you have. So that was my thinking, and then I go 5. Same reasoning. I want to keep winning now. I want to get a 3-win streak into Krugs. So I want to make sure that my board's strong. I was a little conflicted on who to put the IE on, whether to put it on the Lucian or the Nocturne. In hindsight, looking back at this, it was probably Lucian, honestly, because we do have the twin shots. But I was thinking this game, because of the Socialite Hex, it's not a bad Gangplank angle. And they're Gangplank items, so I don't really want to put them on Lucian, then have to get them off him later because he's in the comp as well. That was sort of where my mind ended up. And in this game, I believe I do end up playing a Gangplank. I do, yeah. Again, I just buy the casting because of the extra gold. And we're looking not too bad. I mean, last game we ended up at Krugs full HP and 20 gold. This game, we're going to make 20 for sure. It's just a matter of how much HP we have. If we end up at 90 gold and 90 HP, it's still not too bad. It's a Darius pair here. Just thinking, if I buy him, am I putting him in? And I thought, yep, I've got 3 hex techs, so there's no point. The Jarvan's not doing anything. And then obviously I'm gonna sell stuff to make 20. Just thinking, what do I sell? And if I win, obviously, I don't need to sell an extra. Probably could have scouted a little more here to make sure that my Nocturne was going to get value. In the end, I verse a guy that's kind of weak, so it doesn't matter as much. Well, this guy's actually in first place, funnily enough, but he's not that strong, so we will win it anyways. And then you can see I'm going to sell the Camille. So this game, we still make our 20 gold. It's a little guideline for myself. I like to try and be at 20 gold. Some games you don't get it, but particularly if you have losses in there early, you really want to make at least 20 gold. And then we'll watch through here again, fast forward, and see what I do, whether I level straight away or not. I don't think I do this time. I don't remember, to be honest. Got an Echo there, which is nice. I was a little annoyed that I had to sell the Nocturne here to make 30. I probably could have sold the Jarvan instead, though, because obviously I was trying to get a Nocturne too. But probably could have sold the Jarvan, actually. Now, do I go 6? I don't think I do. I think I end up going 6 the turn after. Interesting items on my bench. Again, good Gangplank items. I buy the Sejuani and the Rek'Sai because they're just great together. If you get both of them 2-star, these very good. And I do end up making the last Whisper. And then last second, I decided to go level 6. Takes me down to 19 gold. A lot of people, particularly newer players, do not like to eco down like this. I didn't get the echo in either because I was too slow. I wanted echo in here, not Rek'Sai. So I kind of got punished for my late decision. I think I win anyways though, yeah. I mean, that would be a bit of a disaster if I spent all that money. Well, I didn't spend that much. But if I spent that money and didn't make it. And then from here, I think I win this game just. Yeah, I just win this game. The last fight is a close one. I have one unit left at the end of the fight. And then there's the first place. But you can see it's a lot closer this time. I mean, I just didn't have it given to me. The first game, it was just given to me. So pretty easy to play from there. But yeah, I hope this was helpful to you guys. Give me some feedback. Let me know if you like this format of talking over some live or recorded games, or whether you would prefer me talking live while I play the game. I'm offering free coaching at the moment. If anyone's interested, just look in the description, message me on Discord, and we can have a session. You can get coached for free. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.